everyone, Charity Godfrey here at Lifescape. I have this amazing white sheet of paper and I'm working on a vision board today. The whole team is. We believe that right now is a great time to take some time to figure out what's going to be next for everybody, particularly ourselves as we lead our clients through the next phase of their life. So we want to make sure that everybody gets a glimpse of the before and afters, and we're going to be going over a lot of different kind of components of the vision board. Basically, what do we want to improve on mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually? So we have magazines here. We're social distancing. Everybody has their own yoga mat, their own scissors and glue and magazines and these amazing 3D butterflies because we're taking flight. So we're really excited about how these are going to transform, and we're going to let you know later on. So I look forward to showing you my vision board when it's completed. Lifescape Cares.
Stop it! Ah! That was so good!
I'm gonna use some dots, some glitter.
Oh yeah.
Stacy's awful quiet over
Oh,
there.
I'm in thought, apparently.
Oh, I love it. A lot of thought happening.
And Stacey, you're from Sailor's Care
hi.
too, right?
Yes, I am.
Swaffles originally?
I worked for
Hi,
Swapfish for a
Tanisha.
period of time, and then I actually started at Lee Mental Health when I was in Mental Health.
Okay.
And then I worked for Swapfish, and then when they merged, I
merged.
went back.
Yeah, I
And
was
then
there
I've
prior.
been there ever since.
Yeah, I was there like 14 years, so I was prior.
If you can dream it.
I have one that says the work.
Ooh, that's what I need. If you
want
can
it?
dream it, the work. Yeah, because nothing is free.
No, and it's a run to do every day, right, Karis?
Right.
Hello everyone, this is Courtney with Lifescape. When creating the vision board, we always want to keep in mind our internal values and the direction that we want to set our intentions. So this, for example, instead of, oh, I want that degree, I want that Ferrari motorcycle, I want that, I don't know, whatever it is, what can we look internally to see, and what can we bring out of ourselves as individuals into our vision for the future. So for mine, I'll just go over a few things. One of the things that's been really standing out for 2020 is the concept of our relationship with time. So I have here your time, and up here maybe a vacation spot, balancing time with work and family and where time goes. Is definitely something I am focusing on for this vision in 2020 and beyond that. Also, the concept down here I have with the roses growing up a wall with their vines as a group. I really see for the vision, especially of our group practice and of me as an individual, always continuing to grow. Even when the environment doesn't seem as conducive as it was before, there are ways that we can go around that. So one of the biggest things that really stood out for me when I was putting this together is this image here. It looks like the vantage point of a captain steering a very nice ship. So what that says to me, again, despite the environment, I am my own steer, I am my own captain, and I make the decisions. And it just struck something in me for the vision of 2020 to really affirm that I am the one making the decisions for myself. So we can all be using this time again to collect some words around the house, some magazines, books, even print out some images and symbols that mean something to you. It's important to recognize that everybody's vision board is going to look very different, and it's supposed to be that way. Another tip for this process is to keep it so where you can see it, so that you're constantly reworking your neurological pathways to remind yourself of what your goals actually are. There's a lot of science behind that, so hang it up. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I can't wait to see you next time. Thank you. Bye.
Hi, this is Charity at Lifescape, and I wanted to show you my vision board. To be honest, I'm not completely done with it yet, but there's so much symbolism and importance on it that I created. I'd love to share with you what I've done thus far. So, as you can see, I have like some pockets on my vision board that are completed, and then I have a couple of starbursts up here that aren't done yet. But for me, I did that deliberately because I want to have space to grow. I want space to be flexible. And I left the pink there, and then I left a little smaller space because the pink for me represents, this big one here represents my team. Just inviting everybody in to provide feedback and having a growth mindset. And then the smaller yellow one kind of represents my reflection time, because I believe reflection is detection. So I wanted these not to be filled in, but to represent being flexible and being open to new experiences. So if we go across the top, here I love the water so much. I love my boats. I love being out there. It helps me really be creative. So through 2020, I want to make it like a weekly, I guess, goal to get out there, to be, even if I'm cleaning the boat, but to be out there in that fresh air and nature and watching the dolphins jump out of the water. So I need this reminder that this is important. It'll bring balance to me for my life. This over here, very important for me. My husband is 4th generation military, so I love this flag. It represents so much to me and my family. So I wanted to put a butterfly here because there's so much transformation that happens, particularly with our military personnel, that the butterfly represents transformation, but it also represents hope. And I want to be a part of that hope for them this year in 2020. I want to be there to support them in any way that I can, whether it's through advocacy or helping through counseling. So that is really important for me. And I put dream here because I want our military personnel to dream big in positive ways, and I want to be a part of that journey with them. So as we go down here, personal space, that's a part of my vision, is really important. I teach my clients to have a little retreat space in their house. No matter how many people live with you, you need to have your own personal space, right? For that reflection, for that detection, for that check-in. How am I doing? So I want to do that myself. I have a space right now in my home office, but I also want to add some spiritual touches to that as well. So it's really sparked an interest in me for 2020 to add that spiritual piece into my home office and make it more of a personal retreat for me. I love this piece down here, good vibes only. And I put it on this pink starburst because I literally feel like I could burst from the inside out. I'm so filled with joy and love and hope, and I want that to continue through 2020. So I wanted to layer it here because, once again, I have the butterfly that speaks about transformation. Always holding that close to my heart, that knowing that having that growth mindset of at any time I can learn and evolve. And then the good vibes only reminds me that it's very, very important for me to keep going, to remember that I welcome good vibes only, but also that through that, I have got to be using reality as a part of what I'm doing as well, right? So we need to have that balance. It can't just always be positive. It has to be understanding that other things may transform through the days as well. But that is going to be a great motto for me in 2020. I have here expectations versus reality. Expectations is something I've been working on for 26 years. It's my personal journey of releasing expectations. So that is something that I work on every year, every day, every hour. And I know once I release the expectation that I have in my head, more beautiful things happen. So it's a great reminder for my mental health to be always focusing on releasing expectations and just living in the reality of the situation and having radical acceptance, because that welcomes love into my heart. So down here we have two funny. And I love how I did this because it's surrounded by little hearts on the tape. And then it also has like these Broadway little doodads, little rhinestones, because I love being funny, borderline sarcastic, but I love being funny. I love humor. It's just always been a part of who I am. So I want to keep making that a part of my daily habit. So recently, for my 2020, I've been incorporating some funny cartoons into the agency on the walls or into my post, because I want to share that humor brings us so much healthy medicine to our life. It is so okay through life, through hard times, good times, neutral times, to have joy for yourself. So I wanted to highlight that piece. Over here, we have uncharted experiences await and problem solving. Once again, I have my transformational butterfly there. So important, right? It's about the opposite of having expectations. It's about being open to what's gonna happen next. Having that growth mindset, right? Something I'm always working on. Want to make sure it's a part of my 2020 as well. And that happens through problem solving, right? Taking a deep breath, stepping back, processing, and being able to see whatever happens as a beautiful opportunity to grow. So down here we have do yourself a solid. It kind of reminds me of my upbringing in New Jersey, where it's just about doing it, right? Having that work ethic. Just if you can believe that you can achieve it, go do the work. So I want to make sure this is my personal message to myself through 2020, that I can do whatever I need to do, always with compassion, love, kindness, and generosity in my heart. So it comes out like a rainbow, like a Care Bear, out to everybody I come into contact with. Down here, unforgettable adventures. I love to travel. So although I haven't booked anything for 2020 because of the transition period we're in, I have been buying travel magazines and keeping that dream alive. The things that aren't canceled are hope, love, life. There's no reason not to be still loving those things and dreaming about them and organizing them for when the transition period is over. So I want to remind myself of that. And then lastly up here, this says style, innovation, functionality, and efficiency, no sacrifice. Those are the words that really describe who I am. I love being an innovator. I love knowing that the only barrier that ever exists is myself. And if I remove that from myself, then I know I can achieve whatever I need to achieve. I love that down here it says warrior, because we can all be our own animal spirit. And it's important to be a warrior in your life, to fight for what you need, right? So I just love that whole piece, and once again I put it on this orange burst because I feel like it's jumping out of me from the inside out. So I wanted to display that in that way so I can be reminded that these aren't just words. They are coming out of like this joy, this immense joy that I feel every single day. So I will continue filling in my vision board, but this is what I have for everybody today. I want everybody to know that Lifescape cares so deeply for you. We care for ourselves, we care for each other and our team, and we're here to help if you ever need anything. Continue dreaming. Anything you want to achieve is at your fingertips. Bye now. Happy Easter.
Hi, Karis from Lifescape. I just want to tell you about my vision board because I truly believe that you need a vision board. You're going to achieve your goals. You have to know what you're working for. So I'm going to start off first of all with, and most of you guys that know me will know this is completely me, true grit. So nailed it. You're not going to achieve your goals if you don't work for it and work hard for it. Yeah, the work. If you don't put in the work, you're not going to get the reward. And you can achieve everything that you want. And I know that. So I've done it myself. So some of the sayings I've got here are, do you see yourself as a role model? If you can't see yourself as a role model, then neither will anybody else. So a chance meeting. So I believe that, my God puts everybody in my path that he needs me to work with, including each and every one of you that comes into my life. It's always been the biggest blessing for me to walk beside you as you get to change along your journey. So evaluate your needs. You need to know your needs. Again, know I in team. So that not only goes for Lifescape, but that also goes for you guys, because it's you and I working together with your support system and your faith and everything else. And that's also in my household and in my life. So I have to have a support system too. Explore your options, and time is of the essence. So what are we waiting for? Why don't we get started? All things are possible if you believe, of course. Believe you can, and you were halfway there. So you have to believe first, or you're not going to achieve it. So then I have first you hear the roar. So for me, That's that burning inside, right? That burning inside for that dream that everybody thinks you can't achieve. And that's awesome. Life of the party right under it, because I'm probably the funniest and craziest one here, and then Charity. So just let her know I said I was first. The must list. So yes, these are things I must do every day, or I'm not going to stay healthy. So stronger is better. Trust yourself. Be part of the miracle, right? So that's each and every one of us, each and every one person that comes in our path. How do you help her make it to the top? So how can we help you make it to the top? And we truly mean that. So then prepare for the unexpected. We don't ever have any idea what's going to come in our life. And a picture of the Bahamas, and then down here, a blue marlin. And that for me is because we always went on the boat fishing when I was a kid, and both of my parents are gone. So on my bucket list, my goal list is going to be going back to the Bahamas with my husband and catching a blue marlin in memory of my parents. So it says, the vibe of the ocean's universe, which felt like a smooth drive in a vintage car, but with somebody who knew how to shift gears beautifully. I think we have that too. So you better know how to shift gears and take it to the top. So brave is beautiful, right? We need to have courage and stand up straight and believe in yourself. The best for you, so we want the best for you, right? And you better want the best for you too. Also, I've got my home, so that's definitely part of my vision board. My husband, home, this is us, and I had balance on here somewhere, but something happened to that word. So it's balance, and that's balance between career and home. It's very important that I'm mindful when I am home as well, and being present in the moment with my husband. So if you can dream it and you can do the work, you will achieve it. So on the move, grateful. I'm grateful for everything I have, everything I'm going to have. I'm grateful for each and every one of you, my friends, my support system. Your best friends? Yes. And a woman on a mission. That is me. I am a woman on a mission. And there is no, making it or being at the top, because I always move the top, right? There's no level. There's no cap. So get ready to, that's on you. What are you getting ready for? So much of this is about trying to satisfy that yearning to really be free. What are you trying to be free of? And all of us have different things we want to be free of, but we also want to be free spiritually, physically, emotionally. So that for me is probably the deepest thing on here. So we need to know what we need to be free of, and we need to know what freedom looks like. Okay, Carrie from Lifescape Cares. Happy Easter!
Hi, I am Shay Downey. I am the education specialist here at Lifescape, and I'm excited to share my vision board with you today. I'm going to start in the center because I wanted to build everything around having the best life, and the best life that I could envision for myself includes many of the things that I have put on my board today. One of the things I like to do is try new things, and so I put an athlete here boxing because that is something that this year I'd really like to try to improve my physical fitness in that manner. And so I have here the first time, so trying things for the first time and trying new things is really important to me. I have included many different words here that I find to be inspiring for myself, and power is one of those, because I believe that we all have the power within us to make our own decisions, our own choices, and create our own best life. This bottom one is really important to me because I think in order to have your best life, you have to have the gift of forgiveness. And so this picture represents a person who's walking through a new door and leaving behind the past so that they are having the gift of forgiveness in their life so that you can have your best life. Healthy habits are super important to me. I like to make sure I'm eating well, which is why I have Cooking Light down there. I feel that in order to have a truly rich life, you have to be full of love and have love in your life as well. Part of my vision board includes my sister. She's a really special person to me, and this year I really hope to inspire her to have her best life. I like to inspire my clients to find their path, because we all have a special path in our life, and we all have a path that we're supposed to walk down, and finding it isn't always easy. And so I like to help my clients find that path, whether it be through education or otherwise. This one is very interesting to me because in our society we use a lot of words. We use words and labels to explain things, and those words and labels don't always mean the same thing to every person. And so I liked this saying, nothing is everything, because that is truth. This is very important. So I put watches on my vision board because time is our most valuable resource. And so for that reason, I do not like to waste time. I don't like others to waste my time. And I need a reminder often to prioritize things, to do the things that I love, to help my clients find their path without wasting too much time. And so I have a clock there to remind me of that. And I have quotation marks at the top and bottom of my poster. It just reminds me that we can carry inspirational sayings and quotes with us all of the time. I did put self-care at the top because I think without self-care, none of the other things on my board can come together. I think that we have to put ourselves as the center of our universe, and we can do that with self-care. Here at Lifescape, we really believe in having a close family-like community amongst ourselves, and we enjoy all of our clients being a part of that. So thank you for allowing me to share my vision board with you, and I hope you find some inspiration for your own life.
Hi everyone, it's Stacy, the newest member of the Lifescape team. I'm so happy to meet all of you. So today I thought I'd take some time to show you my vision board that we worked on as a team, and just show you a few things about it so that you can hopefully make your own with things that you have around the house. This is more about your personal goals and desires for your life rather than it is about things that you really want, you know, like a car or a new house or things like that, but about how you want to be better as a person and individually. Self-love is a biggest thing out there to help your health and wellness. So I started off with like be well, which is a key point to being healthy. If you're not healthy, you can't help anybody else be healthy. So I really wanted to drive that part home, and really talk about self-love and dedication to yourself, because everything about you matters just as well as everybody else. So I talked a lot about like building your self-dream and being about you and believing in yourself, because without belief, you can't make things happen. And so some of the things that represents is like self-love and travel. I love to travel and like travel with my family too, and lots of exciting things and adventure, which is a key point in being more you. Balance is another key word that I found. Unfortunately, I didn't find a bigger version, but balance is a key point in life and being happy and loving yourself and loving everybody else and being able to help others. I also put this big cupcake here because it's about eating intuitively and not so much focusing on, you know, dieting and restrictions, but focusing more on what works for you and loving yourself and who you are and who you want to be. And then anything but basic, because you want your life to be anything but basic. You know, be creative. When you guys do these, focus on pictures and sayings that work for you, and be who you are and stand out to you. And then the biggest one I would say is believe you can, and you are halfway there. Because without that belief, like I said before, you won't be able to accomplish what you want to achieve. So I hope you guys find stuff, you know, read books, spend some more quality self-time, as well as time with your family and friends, and take this time to really focus on yourself and your goals. Thanks so much. Hope to see you soon.
Hello Lifescapers, it's Tanisha. Today we are focusing on our vision board. For those of you at home, we use this template. It includes wealth, health, love, career, spirituality, family, and knowledge. You can get this online. It's another opportunity for you to just be mindful of your plans after this quarantine. Sometimes when we're sitting in the midst of something, it's important for us to envision ourselves out of it. The church people say write the vision and make it plain, okay? We are writing that vision, we are making it plain for the standards that we have for ourselves. Now, again, you can read our blog and see the expectations versus standards. So these are just some standards of how I envision the remainder of 2020 to go, because none of us envisioned this, okay? So here we go. The first thing I have that I put under love is my style, my personal style. I like to be casual, cute, okay? The way that I express myself is through, I mentioned last week, is through my hair, my personality, also with my clothes and my style. I'm getting into makeup. I don't really know what I'm doing, but that's why it's up there, because I love just creating. I love beauty. I honestly think makeup is just like art. Music, I love music. It's my zen. It's the way that I reconnect with myself. Music helps with my mood. If I'm feeling down, I listen to upbeat music. Just another way of you understanding that what you feed yourself, it comes out. So the next thing is through your heart. That's another way of knowing that what I put into myself, it shows. So if I'm eating a lot of junk food or fast food, it's gonna show. If I am doing things to put nutrients, especially right now, to build my immune system. So one of the things my husband and I do to not only build our immune system, but it also helps with fasting and detoxing, are our green and fruit shakes. So I also put more greening on here because this says a healthier heart may lead to a world of possibilities. That's so true. When we have a healthier inner, it promotes a healthier exterior. This would be my wealth section. It says, take control of your stuff. My idea of being wealthy is having an understanding of who you are as a person, having an understanding of the goals that you're trying to reach, and just being one with yourself. So wealth for me doesn't really stem from financial success. It's more so of, am I just okay? Wealth for me, like honestly, is I get to do what I want to do in a healthy way. So the things that I feel poured into me are, I love to decorate. If I was not a therapist, I would probably be an interior designer somewhere. When my home is clean and organized and tidy, it helps me think better. Like for example, if I'm working from home and I have like things laying around, I have laundry there and dishes there or whatever, I'm probably focused on everything else that needs to be done instead of what am I needing to focus on just for myself. So part of wealth is continuing to have that discipline of just staying organized, not only just in my home or my office, but organized and disciplined just in my overall way of being. And I have books. This says you are stronger than you think. Reading is knowledge, and oftentimes when we are looking for answers, sometimes it's literally between some pages. And if we open up and educate ourselves, it helps us be more wealthy in our mindset, in our health, in our way of being, and in our financial success. So I want to get back into more reading. Honestly, I cut it off cold turkey after Masters. I was tired of reading. If it didn't pertain to my field, I wasn't really reading it. And I want to get back into just reading for fun, because that's how I know I'm educating myself in other ways, not just outside of my field, but I'm expanding myself as a human being to other things that I'm interested in. So the next thing we have is career. Now, if you do not know these ladies, all right, this is the Olivia Pope and the Annalise Keating. They are both powerhouses on two of my favorite shows. That's also a plug if you need something to watch on Netflix right now. Great series. Anywho, these are two African-American powerhouse women that are on these shows, and they are both women that are in their fields that handle business. Now, ironically, the person that wrote both of these dynamic shows is a powerhouse African-American writer and author. She is a tremendous voice in the African American community as it relates to women empowerment, as it relates to Black empowerment and Black entertainment. Her name is Shonda Rhimes. She wrote a book called The Year of Yes. Oh my gosh. It pushes you to say yes to some things that you would usually say no to. And that is also what I am learning to do in my career. This says, will you? That's what I'm learning to do. I'm learning to ask for help. One of the tremendous lessons that I have learned, especially working with Charity Godfrey, is there is no I in team, but one person makes a team. Like, we are stronger as a dynamic. And when you are naturally an independent person and you come from a background where you usually, honestly, just don't ask for a lot of help, I'm seeing the tremendous power and support in teamwork and just being willing to say, hey, I need some help over here. I'm struggling a little bit. Because oftentimes the things that you're looking for, you're not getting because you're not asking for it. Okay. So I wrote the evolution will be televised because one of the things that I'm working on in my career as well is just putting myself out there more. A very private person. I am also an introvert. So personal insight, I'm coming out of this introverted shell, able to reach people, to be able to connect with people. And so this is just a reminder that what I say and what I do is being watched by other people. And so to walk in my purpose and to stand in my belief so that when people look at me, it is authentic and I am authentic with myself, although I am putting myself out there more. I put distress with art. It kind of goes along hand in hand with career and health. I use art as a way to de-stress myself. I also use art therapy techniques with my clients. Sometimes it's difficult to put words with feelings, especially when we're feeling overwhelmed. There's a whole lot going on at one time. Visually putting it out on paper, what I can create, what do I see myself? This is a reminder to myself to just stay creative and artistic. This is my family section. And I put a lot of adventurous things around adventure because we moved to Florida away from our family. It allows us to be a vacation spot for our family. So I want to be able to have more adventurous moments with our family, make more adventurous memories. And I don't want this time period right now to take that vision away from me. Because that was one of the main goals, to just be able to expand the opportunities that we can have, not only in our own personal lives, but to bring our families and incorporate that. So even before this time period, I was wanting to incorporate more nature into my self-care. When you go through such a extensive time where you're being told to stay inside, the vision becomes, what can I do on the outside? And the last thing that I just want to encourage you guys to do, as I am learning to do myself, is listen to your body. Please. If I wake up in the morning and my mind is telling me that we're going to focus on these things, and then my body said, no, we need some rest today, or we in pain today, I know what I need before anyone else needs. I have to start listening to my body. So I encourage you guys to create your own vision board. If you have some things around the house, you can do it on a piece of paper, just to brainstorm to see where you want to be. Vision boards are just like goal writing. It's always good to hold yourself accountable on your goals. It's also something that you can do with your family at home, being creative right now. You can actually do this on a Zoom group call if you guys wanted to do that, but it is continuing to encourage each other right now, letting yourself and one another know that we are in a space that we are not going to be in always, okay? Believing it might help you get off the bed and off of the couch and in that blah kind of rut some of us have been getting into on a daily basis now. So the outcome starts with you. When all of this is over, what do you want next? We are going to continue to meet you where you are, giving you information and support during this time. So to stay in tune with us, like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you guys for watching this video. And comment, tell us if you resonated with any of our visions on our vision boards, or if we helped you create any ideas or goals. This year is still about that 2020 vision. No one or nothing can take that away from us. Where you envision yourself, that bases your outcome, not this quarantine, okay? You guys have a great one.